Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a dreary, rainy Monday up here in Pennsylvania. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe to my channel. And we're going to be doing a lovers in separation. This could be twin flame. This could be a lover. This could be a soulmate, a high-level soulmate, a divine counterpart. Let's see what the collective's energy is for today. It is a general reading. So if you are not resonating with this reading, that's okay. Look at some of my other readings and let's see what the energies are. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship is being healed at this very moment. So the energy is a healing energy for today as we kind of end out September and start to move into October. We're moving into that Libra season. I guess we're just kind of right in the middle of it at this point. We need to balance things and we need to heal. So let's see what other love energies will present themselves. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. You can always reach out for your own personal reading where the energies will be a little bit more aligned with you. So with that, let's look at what is going on within the collective. Let's look at those love energies while I fix my cards here. A little bit messed up, but let's see. Yeah, let's hope for some new endings. I've been seeing a lot of new beginnings, Helen, so yeah, I think you might actually be correct. I've been seeing a lot of that in the energies. So Spirit, what else do you want to tell us within love? But just remember that endings and new beginnings only come with the choice of healing and the choice of going within. Nothing comes automatically. We actually have to choose to allow it to come in. And yeah, even with the astrology, Helen, nothing comes in without you choosing, because you're in a free will universe, which means that you can choose to stay stuck or you can choose to heal. And if you do choose to heal, the astrology will be actually quite helpful to you, especially around this time, the eclipse season. We have an eclipse and a new moon coming up. So commitment is an important factor to achieving relationships. So there's a potential for commitment that is coming in, right? And for those of you who don't know my reads, what happens is on this side of the read is all the potential of all the good things, provided that you make the right choices. On this side is, the challenge is provided you make another choice that may not be in your best interest. And in here is, how do we get there, right? So the power of love is like a magnet drawing you together. So there's a huge amount, like I said, new beginnings, or at least a beginning again, a raise in commitment, recognition. The divine will help you recognize, the signs and the miracles. You're being guided, but you have to choose to watch the signs, follow the signs, and listen to the signs. Divine solar counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. So you can see there's a huge amount of magnetism, all this love energy just sitting there waiting for it to happen, for you to choose to listen to what the divine is showing you. And a love bond grows stronger over time. So we're seeing a huge amount of love energies already just showing up in the reading. And let's see what else we get to see within this set of this reading here for this collective. And remember, this is a collective reading, so this may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. I have multiple readings all the time. And at the same point, I can do a personal one as well. Prices are up there. Prices are only good till the end of this month, and we're just about there. So Spirit, show me what else is going on inside of the energies of this relationship in separation. And we're looking at the collective, what's going on. A couple more cards, Spirit. And thank you for all the likes. I really do appreciate that. If you could like, follow, share, and subscribe, because this is how I make my money these days. And my reads are going to be a little bit different than most of the twin flame readers, because what I'm looking at is we only look at it from the perspective of you. I don't care what your other person is actually doing, nor should you, because really the only thing you can control is yourself. So we're going to look at all the energies available to you and the two choices that you can make. Chemistry. I've never felt a passion this intense, right? And because the chemistry is there. This is there with your person and yourself, whoever that person is. Secrets. I haven't told you everything. And this is why you're in separation right now, because there are a lot of secrets. And both of you haven't really opened up your true self to them. Holding back. I should have expressed myself, right? Because you're holding back because you don't know how to show the person who you truly are, because you're afraid they're going to leave. And this is all fear-based over here. Conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. Right? So there's a potential. That energy is showing you that there's a potential for this conversation to start to happen. Irreplaceable. The way you love me can never be replaced. And why is that? Right? Because the energies, that soul connection is there. I left when things got hard, right? And a lot of times your person will leave because you're both in such a trauma bond that when things get hard, they walk away. Why? Because it's easier to be in trauma. Most of us stay inside of this trauma circle here. Why? Because it's comfortable, right? Change is difficult. To get to this point, to get here, it's difficult because you need to change yourself. And the thing is that you don't change yourself because somebody else tells you to change, right? That's not good. What you change yourself is because you want to change. And when you want to change, or your person wants to change, then you move into this space here. But it has to be from inside, from something that is trauma bound, not just because the person told you to change, because that's you trying not to be you. It's a very thin line, but it's a big line on changing. Habits. I don't know if we'll ever change, right? Because it's more comfortable to stay in trauma. So with that, let's see what other energies want to present themselves today within this reading. And I'm hoping at this point that TikTok starts to share it out a little bit. I've had to change my strategy a few times to try to get this readings out there, because a lot of times TikTok shadow bans me. We'll see what we're doing. I'm adding some special effects, hopefully helping that along. So Spirit, what else do you want to tell us about this collective in separation that we're channeling today on a Monday? Well, Spirit's really moving some cards out. Anything else we want from this deck? And so two fell straight to the ground, and when they fall straight to the ground, that generally means there's something that's happening right in the now. It's a little bit important, and so we're going to look at that first, and then we'll get to the other cards. Patience, right? Some things still need to be dealt with for this connection to manifest, right? So Spirit's telling you have a huge potential here of commitment, but things have to be fixed first, right? It means you need to go in and heal, or your person needs to go in and heal. Free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. And this is a big one, right? Because we all want to know when, how, what, where, why, right? And as you release all of the control, right? And the control is really us trying to understand, how do we get from A to B? And that's sometimes good, but many times what it is blocking, because we want to know the answers before we start getting into the healing. The more you heal yourself, you'll actually know these answers. They'll come in intuitively, but that need to control the timing, everything is, what keeps us stuck. A lot of times it's just you're attached to a person. That's an illusion, because you're in a frequency that keeps you here in the hamster wheel of karma. And the real twin, the real soulmate, the real person for you is not who you're fixated on, but because you're so fixated on it, you're blocking yourself from allowing anything else to come in. It's called a closed door, basically a wall. Nothing's gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed, right? So the divine is sending you signs, but you're going to have a lot of patience within this connection, if this is resonating. Deception, right? We have more and more confirmations, that somebody's wearing a mask. They're not saying who they are, right? They're not allowing themselves to be shown uh, as who they are because they're afraid of what happens if somebody finds out who they truly are, right? And that's fear-based. Anything that's fear-based holds us back. Deepening. A relationship will finally deepen in the next few months. You have been waiting for this, right? And so Spirit's saying, yeah, okay, we got some shit to work on, but guess what? In a few months, you could start to get what you want, provided you go through here, through the healing, right? Put yourself first. Very important. If you put yourself first, then you start to heal, you start to recognize things, and then you're going to look more attractive. You're not going to be codependent. You're not going to be dependent on anybody to make you happy or feel loved. And different paths. You're not on the same page with the person you have in mind. The directions you want to move in are different, right? And remember, I just said this before, that a lot of you are fixated on someone who is not for you. They're a karmic, but you have locked it in so much in your head, it's keeping you stuck inside this hamster wheel. And so you've got to go in and heal so you can see who's really there for you. A lot of times it's like a best friend, somebody you put in the friend zone, somebody inside of a space that you didn't allow the connection to come in because you were so fixated on that bad boy or that bad girl or that person that treated you so poorly. Why? Because you're like, well, what's wrong with me? Why doesn't this person like me, right? And, you know, that unfortunately brings us into that trauma response, which means your self-worth goes down. And as your self-worth goes down, your love for yourself goes down, and you're stuck. And that person's meant to keep you stuck, right? Because you're allowing it to happen. You have to go in and heal that trauma response to get over here. And today, it looks like we've got a lot of things that need to be worked on. So we're going to ask Spirit, what is, for this collective that I'm channeling right now, what is the major block, right? Because we have to, you know, understand why it is that we're blocking ourselves from love. And as we understand why we block ourselves from love and what it is that we're doing to block it, then we can go in and say, hey, is this something that's inside of me, right? And then do I need to heal it? Yes or no? But you do it for yourself, not for any external reason. So, Spirit, what is going on? What is blocking this love connection that you say is happening and can happen? And Spirit's given us 4. Generally, I like to take 2, but it seems that there's a lot here. Right? Remember we said this, being needy, right? Make friends and spend time with yourself. Take the pressure off your relationship. So it seems a lot of you, every time you get in a relationship, you focus so much on the relationship that you're basically squeezing that person away. Mixed signals. You don't let others know you are interested. Flirt and be approachable. And a lot of us do this because we've been hurt so many times. There's a wall around our heart, hiding feelings. Right? You need to express how you feel to the one you love to see how they feel in return, right? And that's being open and honest. And you know what? Sometimes you get rejected. Guess what? It's just part of life, and you're going to have to, you know, buckle up a little bit and understand that you don't need anybody else's validation but your own. And tolerating abuse. No abuse is okay. You deserve somebody who treats you well. And that's whether it's physical, whether it's verbal, whether it's sexual, whatever that abuse is, you should not be tolerating it. And so Spirit's telling you all these things are the reasons why love hasn't come in the way that you wanted it to come in at this point in time, right? So now let's get some advice from our future higher self, the one who solved this issue, right? So Spirit, give me some cards of advice for the collective from the future higher self. How did they solve this issue? And your future higher self is saying, when a new door opens, walk through it and begin again, right? And so Spirit's saying the doors are there. You just have to open it. You can't have it locked. You can't have no windows. You can't have no door handle on it, because guess what? That's a wall. It's not a door. And you are a magical being with the whole universe waiting to assist you. And remember where we started out with, and I said this healing is a choice. when you choose, the universe then provides all the needed resources to get you to the place that you want to be, to manifest what you want to manifest. But you have to choose. You can't just sit around and wait for it to happen. It doesn't automatically come in. It doesn't come in just because it's, the Libra season, or, there's a new portal, or the eclipse season. No, the energies are there, but if you choose not to walk through the door, well, you chose not to walk through the door, and Spirit doesn't care. Your guides don't care. Nobody cares. And you're just going to go back into that hamster wheel of karma again. So with that, let's get timing. So Spirit, what is the timing for this connection? Okay. And Spirit saying a few months later, right? So the minute you choose, the minute you decide to walk through that door, you've got a few months, and this connection is going to come in. We see this here, right, as well. You can see that you can't make this up. Deepen in the next few months, and you've got a few months later here as well. So there's two confirmations that are just sitting there side by side. They came out two totally different decks, totally different times. Spirit's really telling you, if you can make that effort and you can move into that space of healing, well, guess what? Give it a few months, and some magic is going to happen. So this is my reading for today. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. If you're looking for your own personal reading, please do reach out. If you look up here, I have a sale till the end of the month. It'd be great if you take advantage of that, because the prices do go up in October. I think the only thing that's going to stay pretty close to the same will be the light language. That might go up by about $5 or so. But with that, if you are around on a Monday evening, today is a Monday evening, on TikTok around 8 to 8:30 Eastern time, that's New York time, I will be going live to answer some questions for free with my co-host, Spiritual Susan. So maybe we'll see you there. This will be on TikTok only for anybody watching this on Instagram and YouTube. Come on over to TikTok. SilverFox9501 is my TikTok ID. Put notifications on so you know when we get live. With that, have a great day. Cheers.